The Wii era was a great time for Nintendo fans. The games were innovative and fun, everyone was coming together regardless of age and experience just to play Wii Sports. Plus, the console just looked sleek. But more importantly, the plushies were amazing. There were so many of them released between the golden years of the Wii from 2007 to 2012. You got the Mario Galaxy set, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii set, the PMS and Gosh set, but the one we're focusing on today is the Goldie set. Goldie made quite a few Nintendo products, such as their Nintendo series of figures and Mario Kart toys, but they've held other big IPs like Pac-Man and Transformers. These plushies were made around 2009 to 2012, and a Facebook post from Goldie way back when gave us their announcement. Unfortunately though, Goldie International isn't a thing anymore. Going to their old website brings up this weird GoDaddy page, and their last Facebook post was made March 27th, 2014. Chit chat aside, this is a retrospective on the Goldie Mario plush set. There are 8 total plushies in the set, 2 of them being more obscure and limited, but we'll get into them later. Some plushies have different size variants, and they basically look the exact same as the normal 8-inch ones, so I won't go in depth with them. There's also variants with cardboard inside the bottom of their feet. Again, not too different for most of them, but I'll point out any differences when we get there. Taking a look at the tag, the front has a generic Mario render saying Super Mario, while the back is just a barcode and logos. Okay, actually getting into the plush itself though. Starting off with everyone's main plumber man himself, Mario. There's nothing too special that sets him aside. All the colors look good, his design is Mario. The body proportions are decent, but most eye-catching is that every detail is embroidered, which is actually really surprising since these were mass-produced and internationally released. Which, I'd figure just ironing on details would save money, but it's appreciated. The stitching on the overalls though is fine, with enough love and play to come off easily, and looking through different listings, you'll see that the quality control is all over the place. They have the same general style obviously, but each plush has their own quirk to it. Actually, speaking of a quirk, I mentioned earlier that some cardboard variants have differences, and this goes for Luigi too, but the emblem on their hat is iron-on this time, and their mustache curves up more. That's basically it for differences between cardboard feet or not throughout the whole set. As for Mario's rarity, he's very common and should only be like $10. The Luigi plush shows us that he really is Green Mario. The pattern is the exact same except for the mustache. In some plushies the head is a bit thinner, but that could honestly just be due to the inconsistent quality. There isn't much to say about Green Mario. They did him dirty, but he's a decent plush. Next up. Nah. I don't know who was cooking up at Goldie, but whoever they were needs to read the recipe better. Yoshi looks like a bum. Why isn't he T-posing on us? I don't know why it was decided that he should be standing, but it isn't the Yoshi I know and love. He looks way better sitting. I mean, look at the Sine ones! Other than that, I think this is an okay plush. The colors look nice and the saddle is stuffed and sewn on, making it unlikely to ever fall off. And, despite how much I was clowning him, I had this plush as a kid, so he holds a lot of sentimental value to me. Compared to other Yoshis though, yeah, this would not be my first pick if I was just starting to collect Mario plushies. But Healer, the Goldie plush isn't the only Yoshi to be standing. Yeah, I know that. And I don't like them either. Jack specific. My favorite plush in this set, Koopa Troopa, hardcore carries it. No other Koopa plush can even top this one. The design is spot on. Everything is neatly defined and all the embroidery for the shell and eyes just looks so clean. It's simplistic, and that's all it ever needed to be. Which is why Sine is crying right now with their no nose, no mouth, Koopa and Paratroopa plush. Besides the quality, another reason this plush is highly desired is because it was used in Super Mario Logan's, aka SML's videos, for most of their channel as Joseph. Definitely a top tier plush. Dare I say, even through any Mario plush set. This was my childhood plush, and I cannot stress to you just how cool he is. Okay. Enough gassing out Koopa Troopa. It's time to move on. Now Toad looks like, well, just Toad. His face is essentially just equal sign close parentheses, and I'm not a fan of it, but it works. The body proportions are okay at best. His head can get a bit ovally, but not too much of a deal breaker. His vest is sewn on, so it's unlikely to come off, but is cheaply made and too small for his body. I guess he just wanted to show off that six-pack of his. Really not much to say about this guy. Yo, any Nintendo YouTubers watching this that need a thumbnail? I got you. Well, actually, Bowser's got you. Look at him, bro. He's giving the Mr. Beast YouTube thumbnail face. Why is his mouth wide open like that? I feel like Goldie nailed the body, but when it came to the face, they fumbled the bag. He's cross-eyed and has way too stretched of a face, which is a shame because I really like his shell, even if the spikes weren't stuffed too well. Heck, his dumb hair and big poofy eyebrows look great in my opinion. His bracelets are even made of a plush material with embroidery, and not just a piece of felt that's glued to his arms. I'm not sure if this off-putting face is just because of poor design or quality control issues. Another weird thing is that he has really stubby hands, with felt claws that just remind me of a cat to be honest, and it doesn't look too good on him. He's obviously a lot bigger than the others in the set. I mean, come on, he's Bowser. But height-wise, he's not that tall, and basically the same size as all the other ones. And as for this plushie's rarity, he's not too hard to find and shouldn't ever cost you more than $25 to $30, despite how much people hype up his scarcity. Well, that's all for the internationally released plushies. These next two were actually exclusively released in Australia, Singapore, and the Philippines, with a very limited release. Waluigi, this thug, this fiend, this hooligan, was one of them, and actually looks super good. Even though he's got the Nike swoosh haircut, he has a very accurate pattern and is well embroidered. The grin is a little weird, but not bad. His mustache is just a piece of felt attached though, so that could probably bend easily or just straight up come off. Waluigi's lanky body type is nicely portrayed though, but sadly, he is the same height as the other ones in this set, which is unfortunate since Purple Luigi is a tall dude. The ears are pointy, well, I mean as much as they can be, and I'm glad they did that. That's honestly a nice touch. This is surprisingly one of the only Waluigi plushies officially released besides the Sine one, and it's overall pretty solid. The last one in this exclusive set is Donkey Kong, and man are those eyes just something else. How did they screw up his eyes so badly? They're so wide and cover up the entire space they're in. It looks off-putting and I really dislike it. Other than that, everything else about this plush is okay. The DK on his tie has some spiffy embroidery and isn't just iron-on, and his stance is ape-like, so we're chillin'. He's a very simple plush, and I'm honestly confused why Donkey Kong wasn't released worldwide. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, like Waluigi, he appeared to only have come in a box set, meaning no tag was ever present. Speaking of which, let's take a quick look at the box. There are two versions, the one in the retail stores that just holds the plushies inside, and then the one that holds them together as a set. The front of the box just says Super Mario, and some may have the Superstar render or a Mario render right beside it. On the side of the box is a render of Toad, and then on the other side is Mario, also saying Super Mario. The back of the box has the character's name on it if you're getting the set bundle. The whole box feels generic, but I like it. Something I neglected to mention earlier because I just didn't feel like it was a part of the set is that there were backpack plushies released. These consisted of Mario, Yoshi, Luigi, Pink Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Peach, Blue Yoshi, Goomba, Koopa Troopa, Fire Mario, and Toadette. I won't go much further in detail besides the fact that Peach looks ugly and that Global Holdings distributed the first release of the plushies in the US and Accessory Innovations distributed the 10 backpack plushies in the US. And with almost every plush set, there are bound to be some scrapped characters. For Goldie, it was Tanuki Mario, Peach, Wario, and Cheep Cheep. It's unclear what they were supposed to be, but I would have loved to seen a Peach and Wario 8-inch plush. Well, there you have it. An in-depth retrospective on the Goldie Mario plush set. I'm still unsure why Waluigi and Donkey Kong weren't internationally released, but hey, I'm not Goldie International, I guess their name's a lie. Now, this set holds a special place to me as I had Yoshi, Toad, and Koopa Troopa, who I played with and brought with me everywhere as a kid. I know many others share that same sentiment, due to having some themselves, watching the countless plush videos posted on early YouTube. Even though this is a very simple set, the memories attached to many from it cannot be undermined.